変革をサポートしています。これがユーバンスの提供価値になります。
We're very focused on the enterprise market.
エンタープライズに特化している。
社会課題と経済活動を両立しよう。
これより
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to open Uvance update, which is going to be an opportunity to give you the latest update of business development for the media people, investors, and analysts. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce the first presenter, Ms. Takahashi, CVP and COO. Over to you, Ms. Takahashi. Ms. Takahashi. Sorry, Mr. Takahashi. My name is Takahashi. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for your participation in Uvance Update. Uvance Update is for media people, investors, and analysts. They are invited into this opportunity to share with you the latest update of our business for Uvance. And this program has been launched this year. Focusing on the media people, the solutions of Uvance were introduced last year. But this year, the program is being expanded, and so that more people will be able to be briefed about the development of our Uvance business. I hope this opportunity will be a good occasion for you to understand better and have better understanding. Now, we are witnessing a rapid progress in AI. The impact offered by AI is not only for innovation and productivity improvement and the business growth, but it will make great contribution and to the solution of social problems. And in response to the progress of AI, corporate AI programs have been further developed. According to the survey conducted by us, focusing on CXO class and people, about 800 in 15 countries, 88% of the respondent companies expressed that their investment in AI will be further increased. And about 80% of the respondents was talking about that AI was going to be fully utilized in order to deal with the customer responses and routine work and business support, as well as the increasing the functions of the products and services and management decision support. Under these circumstances, this February, we introduced the AI vision and strategy, which was communicated into the world. AI is going to be our trusted assistant. That's our vision. In particular, in Uvance, every offering is going to be equipped with AI, and this is the declaration we have made so far. Today, these offerings, how they have been practiced by the customers, some of the good results are going to be shared with you today. And toward the end of today's program, there's going to be a strategic partnership announcement will be made. not only our own development of AI, but also in collaboration with different partners around the world, we are going to offer Uvance values utilizing on AI, which will be most advanced in the world. I hope you will be looking forward to this announcement. First, I would like to share with you AI and Uvance. As you may know, Uvance proposes prioritization of social issues, and this is the mission that we uphold in 21st century. But the social issues need to be solved, but we have to continue with the business development. The business and growth has to be prioritized in the concept of Uvance. Social issues are addressed at the same time. Business issues are also going to be addressed. That will assist every company in growing. That means we have to balance the issues of business as well as social problems. These are the important aspects that we have to prioritize. That means by balancing those two things, data and AI has been introduced. If it is going to be likened to race car, in order to maximize its performance, instead of public roads, the race tracks are going to be extremely important. That means GPT-4 and Gemini, these different kinds of AI models, they have to perform properly integrated data and real-time data transaction, or a sophisticated analytics. That kind of a data infrastructure are going to be essential. So that Fujitsu will be able to offer those two things, data and AI, and we are proud of this track record. And then the sophisticated decision making, or in other words, data intelligence. With this, we can offer both aspects of business impact and social impacts, and that will assist our customers in making transformations. This is the value that Uvance can offer. And business impact and the social impact, these are going to be balanced. Some of the specific the examples are going to be shown through this demonstration on dynamic supply chain management. Tanaka-san, over to you. Tanaka-san, onto the stage, please. Good morning. I would like to share with you some of the demonstrations of dynamic SCM. The management of the inventory and the logistics management that the manufacturing companies face today, and this one single platform can give solution to them. Some of the companies have already adopted this program, and I would like to share with you some of the specific examples. And over 1 billion yen saving has been achieved, and so this program can give a lot of satisfaction to those manufacturers and users. And among them, how that the stockout is going to be prevented. This is a demonstration I would like to share with you. In many manufacturing companies, different systems are in place, and in order to manage the stockout, that the person in charge will have to collect the data by using Excel sheets. But by relying on this, everything is going to be automated, and the stockout the alerts are going to be given when it comes to the stockout materials. And I just would like to share with you some of those examples. And in this way, selected items, and you can see the level of the inventory. And the customer is surprised at two facts. That some of the procurement plan, the production plan, that can also be shown on the screen. This is the first thing. And the second thing, and then you can see the blue line on the right-hand side, Kozuchi is being used in order to identify how the that the prediction and the forecast is going to be made. We do not see rare cases of this kind of management in place. And if I come back into the main topic, that the stock alert is going to be in place. And some of the common measures is to identify some of the sites which have some inventory, and you can visualize the level of inventory. So you can find out how the simulation is going to be. And if that is not going to be made available, then you can contact other suppliers who can provide the inventory. So there are different kinds of information that are going to be available in order to come up with the most important and effective measures. In the manufacturing companies, for them, disaster recovery plan is also important. In the case of natural disasters like earthquake, on the right-hand side, you will find some of the suppliers who are exposed to earthquake risks. And then the production lot and also delivery plan and the customer information, they can be instantly visualized on the screen. And for many manufacturing companies, Excel relay is essential in order to find out all that kind of information. But for those who are using this dynamic SCM, in 2 years' time after the earthquake in Noto Peninsula, they were able to come up with a recovery plan in order to minimize the damage. This kind of application, as you can see, in 2 days' time, it was materialized after the launch of the program. GHG emissions prevention platform, they can also be produced in 2 weeks' time. And with this, I would like to conclude my demonstration. But with this demonstration, you will be persuaded that all the business practices are going to be incorporated, including ESG and disaster management recovery programs. Thank you very much.
Tanaka-san, thank you very much. Dynamic supply chain use case. I would like to present some of the use case of dynamic SCM. Okay, so this particular customer has a long history of having 3,000 suppliers and globally 18 factories and 20 systems and 200,000 parts data. So integration of global parts data had been an issue for many years for this company, but it was done. Without shutting down the existing system, the data integration was done only in 2 weeks. So this was made possible by the overwhelming data integration power of Fujitsu Data Intelligence Pass. By using this capability, application was created. So data can be collected without modifying existing systems, and even petabytes of data can be processed quickly. Data governance can be managed in a one-stop data management from collection to utilization. This data integration capability enabled the company to build 30 business transformation applications in just 1 year, including inventory management and demand forecasting. As a result, we were able to reduce our SCM workload by 50%, and we were able to get a head start on the looming workforce shortage. In addition, the integrated supply chain management data was trained by our AI Kozuchi auto machine learning to create 300 different demand forecasting models in just 2 months. This enabled us to refine production, sales, and inventory planning, leading to cost reductions of more than 1 billion yen. Next, I would like to introduce a resilience case study of Kansai Transmission and Distribution Inc. During the Great East Japan earthquake, we experienced a planned power outage. The impact of a planned outage is immeasurable, not only in terms of economic loss, but also in terms of social impact. In order to prevent such a situation from occurring, Kansai Transmission and Distribution and other power transmission and distribution companies are considering the introduction of remote amperage control as an alternative to planned outages. This is a mechanism to temporarily limit electricity usage through smart meters And by obtaining cooperation from a wide range of people to save electricity, it is possible to maintain economic activities without the burden being unevenly distributed to certain areas. So this is a framework that we have been preparing. According to Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, the estimated benefit of this mechanism is 135 to 150 billion yen over 10 years. In this use case, electricity usage data was obtained every 30 minutes from 100,000 randomly selected representative smart meters to estimate the effect for the entire Kansai area, and the amount of electricity saved was calculated based upon various conditions and parameters such as weather. As a result, the potential of remote amperage control, issues for actual operation, and future measures were clarified. Fujitsu has created an environment that allows Kansai Transmission and Distribution to set and run simulation conditions on their own, making it possible to visually and efficiently simulate the effects and scope of power savings for the entire area. So we are providing this kind of solutions, and the data intelligence will continue to support the stable supply and efficiency of electric power in the future. Now, this is another example from another electric power company. Using our AI Kozuchi for demand forecasting and image analysis, we have improved the accuracy of power demand forecasting and automated the diagnosis of power transmission and distribution equipment deterioration, and thereby promoting the advancement of electric power operations using image analysis capability to enhance the transmission distribution of power. This is expected to have the effect of optimizing capital investment on the order of billions of yen. Based on this track record, many energy companies are now considering introducing this system. So Fujitsu Uvance has achieved both business and social impact through advanced decision-making and data intelligence brought about by data and AI. The Uvance concept can be applied to any industry, although we have introduced examples from manufacturing and electric power industries today. In addition, as shown in the dynamic SCM use case, the more data is connected between the companies, the greater the return and impact on the society. So this is how Uvance offerings continue to evolve, and I hope you can all feel this advancement. So maybe I should stop here in my presentation, and the next I would like to introduce our work with the customers by introducing Tokio Marine as an example of how we have developed new offerings through the use of data in collaboration with our clients. So please welcome Mr. Namatame from Tokio Marine and EVP Otsuka of Fujitsu, the facilitator for the next session.
Namatame-san, Mr. Namatame and Ms. Otsuka onto the stage. Mr. Namatame and Ms. Otsuka, please take a seat. Right. Let me start the talk session. Today's guest speaker is Mr. Masashi Namatame, Senior Managing Executive Officer, Group CTO of Tokio Marine Holdings. My name is Otsuka. I will serve as the MC. Now, the generative AI utilization and data business are going to be the major topic for today, and Mr. Namatame is leading these efforts in the insurance industry. The natural disaster data is uniquely used for the purpose of supply chain risk evaluation and the policy planning against the contingencies. and then preventive insurance and policies against supply chain disruptions. And these joint efforts have been pursued by the two companies. I would like to share with you today on the topic of data and AI utilization, Mr. Namatame. And first, SCRV, Supply Chain Risk Visualization, jointly developed by the two companies. What is the reason for the need for this kind of a product, and what kind of a value being offered? Would you please introduce us, including your self-introduction? Thank you very much. Good morning. I am Namatame. I am the Senior Managing Executive Officer and the Group CDO. Now, when it comes to SCRV, it was launched this January. More specifically, when it comes to our customer companies, which face different kinds of risks in the supply chains. They are going to be visualized and has been introduced potential risks or disaster risks. And we can help them and to come up with the countermeasures and visualize the potential risks. And that kind of countermeasures can be securely provided. And that is the purpose of this SCRV. There are different reasons behind this kind of development. We are an insurance company, and therefore, through the day-to-day management, what we strongly, acutely aware is that the natural disasters are getting more and more drastic and enormous. As you may know, climate change is part of the reasons. And at the same time, our social infrastructure is not resilient against these large-scale natural disasters. Therefore, how are we going to deal with these natural disasters? For our company as well, it is an extremely important issue. About 3 years ago, we started to apply digital technology into these risks, and so that the mitigation measures and the policies can be put in place. And we have formed a consortium with several partner companies. And this time around, this endeavor is one of the most important trials that we are working on. Secondly, looking at the overall society, distributors, logistics, as well as other industries, they are heavily dependent on the supply chain. And these are the facts that these companies and in the industries face. And today's presentation made by Mr. Takahashi, for example, he talked about the power supply, including the supply chain. And this demonstrates the fact that in our daily life, our life should be made safe and secured, relying on the supply chain, stable supply chain. And the supply chain remains efficient and effective. And to that extent, we can lead this safe life. So risks against the supply chain are supposed to be considered extremely important, even in the eyes of the insurance company. Third point is that the supply chain disruption risks. You have already seen several examples. If one point is experiences risks or visible risks, that would mean it would have overall impact on the whole supply chains. Therefore, it is sometimes called a butterfly effect by some experts. And if that is going to be the case, then we have to keep the supply chain stable. And for such a society to be established, supply chain risks should be analyzed, visualized, and the necessary countermeasures should be put in place. With that kind of idea in place, we started a discussion with Fujitsu, dynamic supply chain management. This was the concept proposed by Fujitsu. So we started to talk about the joint efforts, and these efforts were criticized in this the SCRV.
As Mr. Takahashi mentioned earlier, DSCM in a more advanced form, well, it became the SCRV. So that is my understanding. Thank you very much. So to solve the complicated social issues, a number of companies are working together in collaboration. It is essential. that we have collaboration. And I know that your company is also working together with other partners. But in case of SCRV, why did you select Fujitsu as your partner? And if you have any particular expectation to Fujitsu, I would like to hear that. Yes, first and foremost, data integration. Fujitsu has the capability for data integration. You have the very high capability. So that is what we would like to fully utilize together with you. And also we have a data capability. And they are asking you to take a look at our data so that we can consider how to integrate the data and also how to extract the pertinent data. That is what we wanted to consult with Fujitsu. So in order to evolve this capability related to the data handling, well, there are many other things that we can do. And the Fujitsu is a global company. And as we expand and doing operation in 46 countries in the world. And there's a possibility that we can work with Fujitsu in all these countries. So data integration capability and also analytical capability, value creation, and the global expansion that you are providing to us. So in these areas, we can work together so that we can advance together. So this is an extremely exciting relationship. Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. Together with you, Tokio Marine, we'd like to create this and grow this business bigger so that our customers can become more resilient. Lastly, but not in the least, I'd like to talk about the rapid expansion of Gen AI. So the generative AI is growing and evolving so rapidly. How are you using generative AI at your company? And do you have any plan for the future? Yes, generative AI about 1 and 10 months ago or so, we received information about that, and we immediately decided to introduce that to our business because of the high affinity between generative AI and our the insurance and the businesses. Not just the structure, the text, but the handwritten, the unstructured data, the pictures, images. There are a lot of data in many different formats, and Gen AI has the very extensive capability to handle them broadly. So, for example, the insurance policy and the policy contract document is very complicated, very difficult, and all the contracts are different from a policy to policy. But the use of AI is quite effective in handling them. And the call centers and like other companies, and also the responses to some of the common questions. Well, these are the areas that we are using AI. But the generative AI, since this is a particularly generative AI, not just for efficiency enhancement, but the new value creation can be expected for generative AI. So we have there are many image data and that can be analyzed by Gen AI. What kind of a correlation we can see among all these different images? Well, these are the potential areas where we can fully utilize generative AI. As Mr. Takahashi mentioned, well, the AI coding is another area that we can work together more effectively with Fujitsu. And as for expectation, the Gen AI as a value, data and AI will be democratized. That's one way to look at this. But another value is the highly elevated capability which goes beyond the capabilities of human beings. For example, business management, the controlling of the business operations. There are many other areas where we can apply AI, and it is looming right in front of us. So these are the areas we can work together with Fujitsu. Thank you very much. So as Uvance, we are working so that we can solve social issues, but the things that we can do alone are limited. So working together with a company like you, we can develop more so that we can explore the wider possibilities. So, Mr. Namatame, thank you very much for dialogue, and let's work together so that we can create new values. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention.
では生為様
Mr. Namatame, Ms. Otsuka, please get off the stage. How did you find it, Mr. Namatame? Thank you really very much. That the topic was very broad in scope. Thank you. In particular, one single company cannot solve social problems, but multiple companies work together in order to address the social issues. This was what we envisioned when we launched Uvance in collaboration with the other players in order to solve the social issues. And I think it is going to be the front runner for these efforts. Supply chain risks, they have to be visualized. Once risks emerge, we have to take countermeasures. But even before that, we can visualize those risks, and then preventive measures can be put in place. And even after a natural disaster takes place, or even before the natural disaster, we can take preventive measures. Going forward, I would like to continue efforts to work together with the Tokio Marine Holding. And at the outset, I was talking about a strategic AI partnership. There's going to be an important announcement to be made today. So I would like to invite Vivek, Mr. Mahajan, CTO, to make an announcement on this important AI strategic announcement. Over to you, Vivek. Good morning. My name is Vivek Mahajan, CTO. Today, the overall AI strategy, as well as Mr. Yoshinami explained, there's going to be an important announcement to be made, which I would like to share with you today. Thank you. Now, overall AI strategy of Fujitsu. Last month, the Fujitsu Lab, the research institute, Mr. Okamoto and Mr. Sonoda of AI Institute, there were announcements. Basically, our idea is that AI is a kind of a boom, but even 3 years ago, we are talking about this. AI-centered technologies are going to be put together into the needs of the enterprises. And that is the core piece computing, Fujitsu Monaka, which was already announced, or quantum computing and 5G and 6G technologies, or AI-related security, and AI and the physical world integration, AI twins. And on the right-hand side, these technologies we have already developed through Fujitsu Kozuchi, which was announced by Yoshinami-san this February. And there are 7 components embedded with the Fujitsu Kozuchi, and generative AI is one of the important elements. And at the same time, it is not only about general AI, vision AI, composite AI, and AI and trust. So we have to address the corporate needs. We have put in place this Fujitsu Kozuchi to deal with those requirements. Now, speaking of generative AI, on the enterprise side, B2C, or in other areas, AI is widely used, OpenAI and ChatGPT, for example. But the problem here is that there are different kinds of needs for enterprises and corporations. That means OpenAI or any other general AIs, they may have risk-related problems. There are 3 major problems they face, for example, on this slide. The huge volume of data may not be addressed properly, and the data for them are supposed to be the treasure with the most valuable things, and they don't need to be put into the public domain. And the unique know-hows owned by the enterprise, they have to be protected. That means the specific domain-specific LLMs may need to be developed, which are going to be contrasted with the public AI model. We have to focus on AI specialized for enterprises. The third issue is that when it comes to most companies, the rules, the compliance with the rules and the laws, this is also going to be an important thing. So those are three major topics. These are the ones that have been pointed out by not only Japanese but also global customers. Therefore, Enterprise AI Framework has been launched by us. Now, Enterprise Generative AI Framework for Enterprise, there are three major components. The first one is a knowledge graph, which is uniquely developed by us. And the knowledge graph is combined in order to accelerate AI responses. The necessary data are going to be captured in a rapid way in order to meet the requirements of the companies. The second thing is that amalgamation technology. So there are going to be multiple AI models can be put together in order to apply the best solutions that will meet the corporate needs, and they have to be done in real time. And then zero customization is another important thing. The third point is that the security-related technologies, audit technology, more to speak. We, through lab experiments, we have developed these technologies not only in Japan but also in Silicon Valley and India. We have Fujitsu IPs. Therefore, those three things are combined together in order to offer a generative AI framework for enterprise.
And furthermore, for enterprises to be able to use the generative AI model. So please think about this. OpenAI's model or the other companies are making the LLM model available, and they are using a lot of GPU at the data centers, computing resources. They are spending the billions or tens of billions of yen to enable that. But within the corporations, there are important data and also important processes as well as the security within the corporate framework. Well, they want to use a public AI, but within the company, but it is difficult right now, and that is where we would like to create the Fugaku LLM and the enterprise LLM. We are trying to work on this together with another company called Cohere. So enterprise LLM is what we decided to focus upon. So as a company, well, we invest in Cohere. And the enterprise LLM, Cohere, has the basic strengths which focuses upon enterprise LLM. So Cohere plus Fujitsu working together. So big LLM, large-sized LLM, and that is what we are trying to develop together in collaboration and offer this to Japanese as well as global customers. But to Japanese customers, they have specific issues. So through this partnership, they would like to address that. So basically, looking at this, there are many different types of LLM, like the GPT-4, GPT-4o, Anthropic. And Cohere is one of these leading edge LLM model. Cohere is focuses upon enterprise. That is a uniqueness. And today, I'm going to introduce, but Mr. Aidan Gomez is the person who. He is the CEO of Cohere, but he developed the Google Transformer. As you know, it is the basis of all the AI models. GPT-4 is based upon the Transform model, and all the other the models are based upon the Transformer. So Aidan created this company, Cohere, and there are three issues that I mentioned earlier. So how to solve these issues that we identified together with the Cohere, based upon the LLM model that he created. There are many ideas that we came up, but we realized that this is the right match between Cohere and the Fujitsu working together to address this, including investment. We decided on this relationship. So in Toronto, it is a company based in Toronto, but the focus is mainly in technology. Fujitsu mainly in Japan. We have a market presence in Japan and R&D capability, and combined with Cohere's and the development capabilities, we lead to the enterprise solutions to Japanese customers. And basically, what I'd like to announce is Takane. So together with Cohere, this is what we are going to create for Japanese market. This is a LLM model for Japan. So Cohere technology and our technology, RAG, embed. So in all these areas, and we can create a technology. So the 1 + 1 leads to 3. So the Cohere combined with Fujitsu will be 3 or more. So this is the very exciting leading edge technology. And more than ever, Japanese customers will be able to use the generative AI in the enterprise environment. I think there is a increasing needs, and this is the Takane, which is our own LLM model. And Cohere President Aidan Gomez, I would like to call upon Aidan Gomez to come up to the stage for dialogue.
This is right and this left.
Thank you.
彼のプレゼンテーションは英語で起きない。
The presentation by him is going to be made in English. Please use the simultaneous interpretation earphone.
Good to meet you. I'm Aidan, and at Cohere, we're super excited to be partnering with Fujitsu to bring large language models to enterprises in Japan. Cohere was founded 5 years ago, so before language models became popular. And since then, the whole world has woken up. Enterprises are adopting this technology. And there's a bunch of considerations that are unique to enterprise and aren't well served by consumer applications. So the first priority for Cohere is security and privacy. Enterprises can't be sending sensitive customer data or IP over to another service where it might be at risk. So what we do is we deploy completely privately in a way where we can't see your data, and we do that in partnership with Fujitsu. The second major priority is efficiency. These models, they're called large language models for a reason. They're huge, they can be extremely expensive, but at Cohere we focus on compressing them, making them efficient, and making them affordable and scalable for enterprise. The other piece is customization. You can't just take an off-the-shelf solution and deploy it into your enterprise. What you need to do is build something that's purpose-built, that is tailored to the use cases and the specific applications that you're going after as an enterprise. So those are our focuses. We're very focused on the enterprise market. In terms of the technology that we build, there are two categories. The first are our Command R and R+ models. These are the large language models similar to GPT. They power chatbots. You can talk to them. You can ask them to do things. But in order for it to be useful for enterprises, it's extremely important that the model can access your private internal information. And to do that, you need to be able to search over that information. So there's a second category of model that we build here on the right side, which are enterprise search models. And so that's our embed and re-rank model. And what this does is it lets the model explore your data, find the relevant pieces, and then use it as part of its responses. So the utility is very, very high. The last piece is that multilinguality is crucial. This technology won't be useful to market. It won't be able to help people if it doesn't speak their language. And all too often, English is prioritized. So for Cohere, our models all come with 10 languages built in. Japanese is one of the most important among those. And our goal is to have all of those languages at parity with English. Right now, there's a discrepancy, but we're working with Fujitsu to close that so that in the future, it's as good in Japanese as it is in English. So it's already quite good in Japanese. There is a little bit of a gap, but it's already best in class. And so we outperform many competitive models across a suite of open benchmarks on the language, and that's thanks to our prioritization of the language and this market. Lastly, I just want to say that we're extremely excited to be partnering with Fujitsu. We spoke to many different organizations in the market, and it was clear that Fujitsu was the furthest along, the most technologically advanced, and had the deepest relationships into the market. We're very, very excited to build together with Fujitsu.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
最後はですね、
Lastly, what I would like to re-emphasize here is that the partnership between Fujitsu and Cohere, which is going to aim at enterprises, we have been on the same page. That there are going to be 3 points to consider: accuracy and computing resources. Speaking of computing resources, they have to be prioritized, and then the high accuracy should be achieved. And we are going to focus on corporate needs, and the generative AI specialized for those purposes is going to be launched by us and Cohere. I truly hope that we will be able to continue to offer the most value to the customers. Thank you very much.
And Aidan, for the announcement of this partnership. Really excited to hear this kind of collaboration. So I just want to ask you one question.
Okay.
What's your expectation for the Japan market, and what do you expect to Fujitsu to accelerate the adoption of your technology in Japan?
Yeah, so for Japan, it's an extremely technologically advanced and ambitious country. We've seen that companies here are eager to adopt. And one of the main barriers has been the fact that it doesn't speak the language. And so what I hope from our partnership is that we're able to close the gap between Japanese and English, and then bring this technology to market together for enterprises.
Thank you so much. Great answer. Vivek, any words? What's your expectation also?
No, for us, we are very, very excited. I think this is, obviously it's important for Fujitsu. And we are proud that we have the market leadership in technology in Japan, but that's not enough. We are going to have market leadership globally, and I think this takes the issue that with Japanese language that has been there, as Aidan pointed out, in the gap between Japanese and English. I think that will be bridged, and the enterprises will use it in a smooth, easy, transparent, quick way.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay,
so finally, I'd like to explain Uvance's business strategy for generative AI. In light of the strategic alliance with Cohere mentioned earlier, since the announcement in February, the AI business strategy at Uvance has been consistent since its announcement in February this year to incorporate the AI into all Uvance offerings. And through Fujitsu Data Intelligence parts, we will provide a variety of in-house developed AI. That is one of our strengths, including image analysis and demand forecasting. In addition, it is to utilize the most advanced AI in its offerings through collaboration with partners. And the same policy applies to generative AI. We would like to introduce the most advanced AI to our offerings. So we will apply our own AI and also our partners' generative AI to provide optimal generative AI solutions through amalgamation technologies, which is our strength. So based upon the customers and the use cases, we offer those capabilities so that we can enhance and optimize the accuracy, cost, and security in the use of our best AI. So the customers will be able to naturally benefit from AI even in complex operations through Uvance offerings. Specifically, when incorporating generative AI into Uvance offerings, under the slogan of Beyond Chat, we are developing use cases to solve business issues that go beyond the traditional report generation and chat usage. For example, the generated AI makes a judgment on whether the company-specific rules, such as parts replacement procedures, have been met or not. And for equipment failures, past repair histories are read by RAG, and specialized LLMs are used to analyze the cause of the failure and recommend repair methods. And this can also be applied to medical environment. So in this way, we will provide a world in which users naturally benefit from AI in various aspects of their work, and the doctors can benefit from the capability as well. So in many different works, naturally users can enjoy the benefit of AI. Finally, I'd like to introduce how Uvance provides value to customers not only in Japan but also overseas. First of all, I will introduce a case of US hospital that implemented an offering to increase the surgical capacity optimization. So this is the solution that we developed together with the hospital in US. And the hospital utilization is up to 50% usually. But the up to 70%, 80%, by raising the utilization up to that level, the profitability to the hospital will be higher. And also waiting time for the patients and waiting time for the people waiting for the surgeries may be reduced from 2 months to 1 month. And by so doing, the surgical operations can be done more efficiently so that we can provide better care to the patients. So that will be possible through this e-solution. So that's about the surgical operation utilization. And we acquired the GK software we acquired last year, which is a German company. In the retail world, well, the cloud type, the leading edge solution is provided by this company. And the GK software the solution has been adopted by 22 of the 50 largest retailers in the world. The personalization and the dynamic pricing will be possible by using the combination of data and AI, leading to lower food loss. So this is the type of activities we'd like to promote further. So please take a look at the video.
Using the surgery scheduling optimizer allowed us to use data to make decisions rather than our own intuition.
Overall, we actually were able to have a 37% increase in our overall surgical block utilization and capacity optimization. So it has allowed us to be able to be more productive. And again, all because it's based on the predictive data analysis that Fujitsu has been able to give us to work with the tools.
GK supports us as a global brand, which is super important for us. It helps us providing solutions, helps us driving digitalization into our stores, which was as well a key driving factor for us. GK offers us a platform that is open, is cloud-based, it's capable of responding to specific market needs and trends. It can modularly be adapted, and it's very important for us. It's preparing for us for country-specific and future requirements.
Obviously overall, we've done a really big project, and we continue to work every day together on improving and delivering new features to our stores. So just the importance that GK plays for Hy-Vee is obviously huge for us, and I really appreciate it.
Okay, so how did you enjoy the video? Today, we introduced some of the latest Uvance offerings and use cases that combine business impact and social impact. So this is the nature of the Uvance solutions. And the Uvance offerings will continue to evolve as we further enhance Fujitsu's technology, including our strategic alliance with Cohere. And we will continue to take on challenges and work together with our clients and customers, and would like to open up new possibilities. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just introduced some of the examples of our uses. There are the growing number of international customers using Uvance solutions, and we'd like to take opportunity going forward to tell you more about Uvance in the future. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your kind attention. This concludes our presentation.